when this goes online or whatever it is, it really matters, and it like really doesn't matter. What matters is, the people who are sparked by it, and the people who are like offended by it. It doesn't matter, because it's about motivating the doers. And anyone that wants to sit around and talk, they're taking too much time talking shit about it instead of getting up off their ass and following their dream.
All right, this is the next episode of For the Record, and today our episode is going to be about Kanye, and I have some of the biggest Kanye fans that I know on here with me. We have Shay, Charity, and I don't know if I should say Courtney or Cap, like whatever it is.
So you can say
Sorry, I'm not of many hats.
The main shine ain't anything, the main one.
All right, so let's jump straight into it. I feel like this has been Kanye's era for the last 3 or 4 years. But more recently, we have seen him release Donda, which is the album dedicated to his mom, and then Donda 2. I want everybody's perspective on, how they feel about the Donda album in general, because a lot of people feeling different about it. But with y'all being major fans, I really wanted to know what y'all thought. Is Donda the follow-up album that you wanted from him after seeing him evolve from College Dropout until now?
I just kind of had this conversation with somebody. It's kind of hard for me to skip Life of Pablo between like Graduation and Donda. So I feel like Life of Pablo is a great middleman because of just, I feel like it was a really great album as a whole. Like it flowed really well. It had like a lot of buzz. He did great promo. The tour was amazing. And I think that it was just like really, really good. So then when you get Donda, it's like everything that's going on with him personally, I feel like that went into the album, hence the album's name, like his late mother's brother. So I don't know. I kind of go back and forth with like saying if it's a good follow-up, because you want your favorite artist to like grow. So of course Donda shouldn't be Graduation or Late Registration. Like, so I do think it's growth, and I think it's good growth, and that is bumping to me. Like I like it.
For the most part, yes. And even as a true Kanye fan, I know a lot of people, they, what I'm saying, the only thing that I could say, it kind of got indifferent with me was like kind of like around the Yeezus, what I'm saying, type era. But at the same time, I'm kind of big on divine timing when it comes to understanding of specific things. So it's like, okay, if I ain't understand it then, I might get it later. So I really don't be pressing the issue with, things of that nature. But other than that, yeah, I love it. And then when he dropped the first Donda one, like the first part of the Donda, I didn't even listen to it. I ain't listened to it till I think about a month ago. Like I was on the road and my homeboy ended up playing it. And I was like, dang, bro, you know what I'm saying? Dang, this Donda? He was like, yeah. I'm like, okay then. Like, but I felt like like I said, I listened to it when I was going to be able to 100% appreciate it. I don't know. I kind of stress some stuff when it's hype because it's too many opinions, and I kind of like waiting until like everything is forgotten about. At that point, you know what I'm saying, I'm 100% me on, and you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. So yeah, for the most part, yeah, I love it. And then, you know what I'm saying, especially with the, you know what I'm saying, the whole concept with the STEM player with Donda too. And man, when I was in Miami, like it was like real tears because I was like, bro, it's crazy. Like he designed that. Donda 2, he designed that album like for the STEM player. Like it's the way you, man, I don't know, it's crazy.
We'll get to the STEM player after Charity answer.
Yeah, I think I like what Courtney said about divine timing. I think this was the perfect timing for this album, just because we have been able to follow along with everything he's been through personally. I feel like his personal life has always been like the main theme of his albums. So this one isn't going to be different from that. It's still going to reflect what he's going through. And because of that, and because of us having to see or getting to see like the Kim side of it, the MAGA hat side of it, and like live through that real time and see what he's going through, it made me appreciate the album more. Like for instance, with JL, with the Jay-Z feature, like we knew they was beefing. We didn't even expect like another Jay-Z feature like ever again. I didn't for a long time anyways. So like hearing that, or just like him linking with like Cardi, him with like Jay Electronica, and like all these crazy features, all these like Chicago features. I feel like the timing was right. I think it was a great follow-up to Life of Pablo.
So how do you feel about the stem player? I know both of y'all have purchased it. So you would say that it was worth the purchase, worth the $200?
Definitely so, especially because you get a whole album on it like early, and you get like I was saying, the behind the scenes rough draft real time creation of an album.
Yeah.
Like that's live, and you get to edit it yourself too. And as someone who like appreciates music, that's worth more than $200 easy. I think.
You other songs on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like an MP3 player slip. You can upload songs and like mix the songs that you upload.
That's it, like next to you, like nearby. I haven't seen it. Let me see.
They come in like this foam type case.
Yeah, the little case turn.
Wow.
And you open it up. Oh,
it's
crazy. Like rubber.
Yeah, need you.
Oh Lord, I call on you
wow. It sounds great.
Oh, lift me up. Oh, lift me up. Oh Lord, I call on you
Yeah, that shit hard.
Is that Kanye singing?
Hell yeah.
Wow.
That shit hard.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit hard. That shit hard as hell. Like the
So
whole
how do you control it? Is it like an app or something?
You touch like where the little lights are. Like the different lights represent different parts.
Oh.
So you can like control like the vocals, the background, the sample, and like.
So how would you go about like putting songs on it? Like
that you gotta plug it into your computer.
Oh, okay.
But you can upload any type file on it. Yeah, not just MP3.
But look, this, in my opinion, the coolest feature behind the whole thing. Hold on, I'll do it.
I gotta put me first.
Like, this is so cool. So like, if you tap the home button, you can kind of like play with the tempos. Yeah, this shit hard.
That's crazy. That's deep.
You can reverse that, John. Like isolate the samples, the beats, the stems, the vocals.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Kanye, man, I don't know. How you put all this into this little thing? It's crazy. It's really crazy.
So that's amazing. I definitely want to go ahead and jump into the documentary. It's so much to unpack about it. How did y'all feel about watching it? Because I've seen a lot of people who weren't necessarily Kanye fans, or people that have, talked shit about Kanye continuously online, saying they formed a newfound respect for him after watching it. But for y'all, like, how did it change your feelings towards him? Did it make you respect him even more as well? Do you have any other different feelings about him? Like, I want to know everything, all the emotions that you went through watching it.
I was hyped. I was on some like, this what I've been trying to tell y'all. He been on this. I'm glad y'all finally catching up and can see the proof. Cause he's been telling us, like, as we can see now through the documentary, he's been telling us he has this plan. He's not gonna fail. He has put the work in. And he's honestly was on some humble stuff. Like, I'm just trying to get in the door. I'm just trying to let somebody hear it. Even if I don't win, I just want to get my voice out there to hear me speak. And that, like, you got to respect somebody that's been on their stuff, even his own label, like Slick doubting him, Slick Lil Boy in him, and he's still humble. Like, all right, I'm gonna still respect the label. I'm gonna still put my work in because I know all of this is waiting for me. And then it was one part specifically in the documentary where I think he like just got signed or like just moved to New York or something, like foundational stuff. And the people around him was like, you live in the dream. And he's like, I'm living y'all American dream, but this not the American dream I'm on. Like, my stuff billion light years away from now. Like, he's been
early on.
I respect it. You gotta respect it.
Everything just made sense. It was like everything that he's doing now, it makes sense, like why he's acting that way. You know what I'm saying? But I've always told people like, okay, bro, it's a reason, because I'm the same way. Like, bro, I'm only finna get, bro, I'm only finna, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta say, you know what I'm saying, get the pulling the Kanye when I'm tired of repeating myself. And it's basically what he got. I feel like it got to with him. Like, I'm not gonna ask you no more. I'm not asking nothing. I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it my way. Man, man, he having a relationship with these people, so he basically letting them little boy him. But if he would have like went about it and it would have been like just business, I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, he would, you know what I'm saying, would have got the respect that he was looking for back then when he was walking in those
Def Jam doors.
Yeah, Def Jam doors, you know what I'm saying, playing, bro, those are some of the greatest Kanye songs. He was playing with these people, and they like, hey, you know what I'm saying, you hear that bar? You hear that bar? And I'm like, bro, what?
Like the stuff we was reacting to, they didn't react at all. And it was
at all. And then
God.
if I can come in on the second episode, the biggest mind freak to me was finding out that there was D-Ray Davis. Like, all my life I thought that was
know that?
Yes, I thought
I did
that
not know that.
Bernie
I did
Mac,
not know
bro.
that.
I thought that was Bernie Mac the
Wow.
whole time.
When I was a kid, I thought it was Bernie Mac, but I knew it, right, because when I was in high school, I was like, dang, I remember I like Bernie Mac. I like when he did this on Kanye album, and somebody was like, that's not Bernie Mac. And I was like, damn, like he did so good with the impersonation.
He did. And that explains why he was in Through the Wire video. I never understood like their relationship or like why he in the video, like why he driving Kanye. I never understood that. Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, when D-Ray, once upon a time, D-Ray had like a show with two of his girlfriends, like a reality show. And that's when I realized, that's when I found out he was from Chicago. And I was like, oh, well, that's probably why he was in the Through the Wire video. But I agree with both of y'all. Like, I think the documentary came out at literally the right time. And you know, you would think that it was like strategically planned to come out during this time, and it could have been, but I also think it's like divine timing because Kanye is so misunderstood and he's so easy to be hated, and people love to hate him, and that's just honestly what it is. And I think that people are committed to misunderstanding him because when you don't have the same opinion as the masses, or you're just different with whatever, then you know, oh, he crazy or he on some other shit. And it's just like, no, he just got like a different opinion. And I do agree with the whole Gemini thing. I'm not a Gemini, but I was raised by a very, very diehard Gemini dad. The outbursts, the reactions, all of that is very, very, very familiar. So that's probably why I'm so receptive to Kanye. But like watching that documentary, whether you like him or not, and I've been saying this on Twitter every time I watch an episode, you cannot take away the impact that he's had since 2004. Even before then, like even before his first album came out, like you cannot take that from him. Like, you go from making beats to rapping to the way guys dress, and you still changing the way people dress. Like before Kanye came out with Yeezy, you couldn't go in the club with a hoodie on and like be considered fresh. Like you weren't fresh in like a hoodie or like lounge wear, you know? So I just think like, yeah, it's this one guy I went to college with. He loved to hate Kanye. Like he loved to hate Kanye, but like the way he dressed, like you wouldn't dress like that if it wasn't for Kanye. And I'm just saying, like, I'm like, it's just the
It's a
thing.
lot of people like that.
Man, people
Yeah, it is.
understand
And
the
it's like,
influence.
do you not know like the way you wearing your jeans is because Kanye wore his jeans like that, or this outfit, you know, you weren't wearing it back when the people on the West Coast was wearing it. You started wearing it when Kanye started wearing his Dickies and wore it to the Met Gala. So like the documentary is like spot on, and it's the perfect time to like do that. But again, people still gonna hate him. Like that's just what it is.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Man, that document, man, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Mind blowing. It's mind blowing.
It
It's
really
like
is.
when I watch it, it's like I should be doing more. Like I should be doing more. And I also read a tweet, y'all, from a Def Jam executive or somebody that worked for Def Jam back then. He said that so the footage that they got on the documentary, that wasn't Kanye's first time playing those songs for them. So that's why their reaction was like that. They was like, he kept coming in playing them over and over and over and over. And he was like, he always had a camera crew. So like the women didn't want to be on camera. I still don't think that's not like a justification, but he did say that. But that just goes to show you like the dedication and the belief that he had in himself. That type of belief is like God, like seriously, like people don't believe in themselves like that. And I think that's what scares people when it comes to Kanye, because he is 1,000% for Kanye, and like what he say he's gonna do, he does. When he was on the Def Jam poetry thing, he was like, I'm gonna be the best dressed rapper. And I think he's the best dressed rapper. Like, and it was like a little joke. Like it was like sarcasm before he went into the poem. But like Kanye is really like the reason why I'm so mindful of what I say regarding myself. Like he's one of the reasons why, because your words are powerful. And if you say something, you putting that stuff out into the atmosphere, and like it can happen. So like speak positivity over yourself. And shout out to his mama, because I think that's all her.
Yes, that is all her.
Yeah.
Every time she was on the screen, I just felt her light and her energy, and she put so much love and confidence in the Kanye. He left that radio station and like went to her house, and she didn't even know they was coming, and she was just like set the mood and was like, oh yeah, your jewelry fresh, you said you spent all this on this jewelry and it was worth it because it's fresh, you know, just gassing him up, and not even like gassing him up, like genuinely believing in him just as much as he believed in himself, if not more, to even give him that to do it for himself. And she rhyming the rhymes with him, like, no, remember you said this and you said this, and made him remember his rhymes. Like to have someone that go that hard for you, that's genuine love, that no ill intentions, no jealousy, no hate. You can come to them when you're down and you're at your lowest and get right back to 100, right back ready to go at it again. Like you can't pay for that. You can't ask for that.
And that's why he's the way he is, because of the strong hand she had in raising him. Like she raised him to be mentally strong. Like you can't cancel Kanye, and he know he can't be canceled. He's gonna do what he wants to do. He's gonna do what he believes in, whether as a fan, whether I agree with it or not. It's not even about that. It's just that you are so like on your shit, and you so deep in it, and you so like all in to where you can easily like convince people to like do certain things. And I just like that confidence, and I like that determination. Like I admire that 1,000%.
Yeah,
The name for the documentary was so spot on because like literally, especially after watching the Drink Champs interview, like bruh is literally like wired different mentally the way that he thinks. Like the way that he talks, I feel like is a little it can be a little weird for some people to hear because you can't really grasp everything that he's trying to say. He may not articulate it in the best way, but I think that's just because we're behind, honestly. I don't think that makes him like crazy. I mean behind as in like the amount of information that he knows and the amount of things that he's probably experienced at his level as an artist, as a celebrity, as having that type of money. I think he's able to like think about things a different way than we can. Like I literally watched the Drink Champs interview, I know 3 times, and it's still stuff that I feel like I missed in that little 2-hour time frame.
The way that he's thinking, we are behind. Like the stuff that he's on, the stuff that he's preparing for hasn't even released for us. And he working on the next thing after that.
A lot of people write him off because they can't catch up. Like they can't keep up. I'll say that. He does throw a lot out. But like when he go on to something else, you go on to your attention needs to go on to that too. Don't be stuck on what he said 2 seconds ago because he on to something else. And I do really think that that's just the way he's wired. And it, you know, it can be like something dealing with like mental illness or something like that. But when I think he's literally a genius. So I'm just gonna say when you have that type of genius mindset, I mean, look at Einstein, look at how his hair was, look at his appearance, you know, and when you got so many ideas and you got all of this stuff going on in your head on top of like the media, I just think that it comes out like that in interviews. And I also think that he is becoming more self-aware. And I say that because I think about his old viral interviews like Sway, the I Am a Guy interview. I think about all of those, and he just said it without like saying like, oh, they're gonna say this on Instagram or they're gonna do this. But now he do that. So I think that the self-awareness is like kind of forcing him to water it down, but not really water it down, but water it down for Kanye. And I don't like that. Like, I don't like that at all. But I also wanted to say this too. He is ahead, and he said that in the I Am a Guy interview. He said the music that I make now is for the future, and the music that I make in the future is for the future. So like the stuff that he talk about is like, or just how the sound or like what he wear or anything like that, it is like ahead of our time. So like all this stuff he want to do with like the homeless and all of that type of stuff, when that come about, it's gonna be like, wow, that's dope. But like now people don't get it because he crazy, and that's just what everybody see.
I feel like Kanye not watering it down. I don't feel like Kanye watering Kanye down. I feel like Kanye starting to understand the sensitivity of the world and the way to go about it.
I like that.
Cause that's me. Like I feel like I'm going through a phase right now where, you know what, Jazz, you know what I'm saying? I know Jazz, she know how it could be, but it's, man, you gotta, it's a way to be Kanye without being so aggressive. And I feel like he won, like even with the little phases, people thought he was going through the post, how he went from doing all caps to no caps at all. Like I feel like there was a real realization, like, okay, I'm putting it in caps just because that's how I feel. But to the person that's reading it, and then they looking at the post, that's easier for them to write off, like, damn,
Right. Oh, he yelling, he crazy. Yeah.
So, and I feel like it's man, when I tell you it's baby steps like that for me, I'm taking like it's so it's a process, and I feel like he just understanding it because with your voice comes a lot of power. Just like people thought he was playing about the whole Pete Davidson thing, like I feel like he was serious. Like at that point, he realized how big it had got, but at that point, you can't go back. So I understand it. I go about it like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting my fans know that's the best that I could do. My true fans, you know what I'm saying? It's dead. Whatever I say is dead. Not like I'm y'all teacher or y'all God or nothing like that. Just, you know what I'm saying, bro, chill, bro. Like, stop making these people life hard. Like if you mess with me, don't make these people life hard.
I thought it was something else for them to put all the emphasis on what Kanye's saying. And Pete Davis has been making jokes about Kanye before he was with Kim. And
Exactly.
they've been making, and then supposedly, I don't know their timeline, that's none of my business, but Pete and Kim kissed on SNL
Yep.
before everything was all the way confirmed. She talking about my ex-husband, my ex this, before everything was confirmed. So she's the one that's
Yep.
instigating and throwing a rock and hiding her hand. And
Yep.
then when he responds in the natural way that Kanye responds, now it's like, see, he's being crazy again. We gotta drug test him, da da da. And it's like, it's not that. He's been the same this how I am in real life and on TV. Like, he been this person, and she is so into controlling the narrative, and she is so into skewing it and making the media want to feel XYZ. And he's responding like the real nigga, the Kanye that he's been, and she doesn't like it anymore. And all of a sudden, this boy Pete, now he needs security, and now he needs, his life is at stake. No, you coming at my girl, I'm gonna defend myself, and that's gonna be what it is. And on top of that, you was telling jokes too.
Yeah.
Let me ask a question. Because what I've seen on social media, I think the most is that is the Kim and Kanye feud, you think, more specifically Kanye's Instagram post, more so geared towards promoting Donda or like anything that he has going on, or do you think he's genuinely trying to be heard? Because I've seen some things where sources are saying that he couldn't get in touch with Kim, she changed her number, she's ignoring him. So it seems like when he responds on Instagram, that's when he seems to get the feedback that he's searching for from Kim. So I mean, what y'all think?
I feel like Kanye just learned how to work the media. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of me complaining about everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna use the media for what it's for. And these are my receipts. Since the media want to be in my business, I'm gonna make the media my receipts. Like it's because long as somebody posted, it's a receipt. No matter if I delete it or not, it's a receipt.
Yep.
They gonna get it. So you know what I'm saying? At that point, that's why I was like, bro, look, y'all can say he crazy for doing all this on social media because you don't understand. You don't have that much power to understand. Like, literally, like, we talking about the Kardashians. She changed changed her number on this man. The only way 9 times out of 10 he finna get in contact is through social media. I'm pretty sure he don't have everyone's number who he needs, but through social media, they gonna see that post.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that Kanye has been ridiculed so much in the media from day one, just being Kanye. You know, even the George Bush don't like black people thing, like
Yeah.
that's typical Kanye. Like that's true, authentic Kanye. And I think that I'm gonna say traumatized for a lack of a better word, but I think that he goes to social media, and I don't think it's on nothing like childish or malicious. I think it's controlling his narrative. And the reason why I say that is because everybody put out this and that about Kanye, but if he put it on social media himself, he's controlling his narrative and can't nobody else say nothing. Also, those Kardashians, they want to keep a clean slate when it comes to social media. So he know how to get somebody's attention. Like he know how to get their attention when it comes to them. But he put that in one of his posts. He said something like, I'm like, when he was going in on Instagram, like posting back to back, he said something on his caption that was like, I'm just like the blogs. But he was like, I'm something like the blogs. I tell the truth, but I put humor or something like that in it too. And I think that it is play on both sides. I think he was promoting Donda. I think he was building the hype around the STEM player, but I also think that it's very authentic what he was doing because that stuff was happening in like real
life.
Yeah.
Okay,
and another thing somebody else pointed out, the Kardashians have literally like garnered their whole brand based off of sharing their lives on the reality TV show that they had. So, you know, they capitalize on this. So even if Kanye is capitalizing off of his personal life and it's through Instagram, that's literally the same thing, I think. They did it for 20 years. Why can't he do it on Instagram? Like,
and I told my daddy this last night because he came at me kind of crazy because he not really on social media, but like he watched like weird YouTube updates and he was like talking to me about Kanye. But I told him that Kanye knows something about that family and they're gonna keep him at bay and they're gonna give him what he wants because it's gonna come out, you know, but he knows something about that family. Kanye knows some stuff, y'all. I really feel like it. Even like his captions, I read his captions, but I don't take them literally. I think that it's like a deeper meaning behind it, especially the post he made about the Corey dude. I just think that was kind of like, I don't know, it was something behind it. I didn't take that literally like he was saying it, but he knows some stuff. And I think that he's keeping quiet for the sake of his kids. And I also think that, you know, that's still his family. Family business is family business, but they gonna keep him satisfied enough to where he don't like go crazy and like spill it out.
Yeah.
I agree with that too, especially with that Corey post and his other posts where the captions are like, my war is against Kim's manager, Kim's like best friend, because she's the one that's running the show. Her and Chris. And I think that's why he came at Chris and Corey, because he's like, you know, don't play me.
Yeah.
You treating me like I'm another pawn in the media, and I know y'all for real. Like, don't even go there because I can go there too.
Yep.
I'm also seeing a lot of people saying that what Kanye is doing is somewhat abuse towards Kim. But I mean, just like a lot of people have said, like he's always spoken highly of Kim in the interviews that he's done. But me personally, I feel like at Kanye's level, I wouldn't do the things that he's doing towards Pete just because I feel like he on a different level. Like, who is Pete to Kanye? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, why even waste time acknowledging the fact that he's with his wife? Like, who cares? Like, I feel like he's bringing more unnecessary attention to Pete that he really doesn't even deserve.
I think that's 1,000% trolling. And like I said, Kanye has that little part of his personality that's just like funny as hell. Like, I think it's trolling. And then Pete like went in on him on SNL, like before him and Kim even like said anything about a divorce. So I also think it's like, you didn't talk about me. Now you trying to like, you dating my wife, you trying to be around my kids. Like
I'm finna have fun, little boy. You like that's how I feel about it. Like at this point, I'm finna have like every now and again it's cool to have fun. Like I find fun in that too. Like if you asking for it, boy, I'm finna get it to you, and you gotta know it ain't no in between.
Yes.
And let you have it.
And I love that he made that song, like, I put your security at risk.
Yeah.
I put your security at risk. Because it's like, don't play with me. And I'm still Ye. And I'm finna make a song about you.
Like what? Like what? Stop playing with me like I'm not Ye. That's really
never be my kids, boy. You'll never be my kids.
Man.
I like that he was calling them boy, y'all. That made me feel good.
Man, I'm trying to tell you why. Look, I'm trying to tell you.
I guess, do y'all think that there's harassment towards Kim though?
I do think it's harassment. And the reason why I think it's harassment is because it's a way to handle that by her being his wife or ex-wife and the mother of his kids. Now, if he was just, but then at the same time, he wasn't like really talking crazy about Kim. But the only reason why I think it's harassment is because she didn't want it. Like, and she made it clear that she didn't want it, and he kept going.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, at a certain point, at a certain level, you gotta respect it. But she wanted this. She wanted that life. She wanted black babies, and you finna take a black man with all that he got to give, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because that's what it is now.
I just feel like it's something underlying for him to, like, you know what I'm saying, still be on that type of time. Like, and I feel like it just sucks, just, you know what I'm saying, for everything to be in the media, and all we see are the denies.
Yep.
I don't feel like he's doing that for no reason. Like
Mm-hmm.
the media just love it. Just look better in the media, or does better for the media as far as money to see that they not agreeing on nothing. I don't know. That's just
Especially how
I
he
don't think it's harassment, and I think Kim is using it to her advantage because she's been through so much stuff. She's put herself through so much stuff for the sake of attention and for social media, like whole body, naked body books.
Right.
They going to like gynecologists on their show, like whole weddings, babies. Your whole business has been out there for everybody. Your whole career start was your business out there for everybody. Why are you acting surprised at him like posting a screenshot?
right.
Like, come on now. You're past that. So I feel like I know she's past that and I don't even know her. Like, you've used the media so much to your advantage. There's no way that this is the thing that's like, oh, he's harassing me and my family and I don't feel safe. I don't believe that.
I don't
I
believe
really
that either.
don't.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's harassment. I think she just wants it to be seen as harassment because he is who he is, and she can use that for sympathy.
Mhm. And he's adamant about them not painting him as like the angry Black dad or whatever. And I think it's very personal. He talked about how his mom took him away from his dad and moved to Chicago. And he didn't have like his dad in his life. And he was like, that's why I bought the house across the street. I'm not trying to be on no stalker type of stuff. But even when they posted that, I'm like, people got to realize he got 4 kids with this lady. Like, that's just like me and my son. If me and his dad was to not be together anymore, like, I'm not about to move across town. I'm finna stay somewhere where I can have easy access to my son. Like, wherever is his home, like, I want to be close by. So, and then when you a multi-billionaire, you can buy the house across the street or next door just to be close to your kids. So I think that it's personal for him because he don't want to be away from his kids, and he don't want the custodial parent, which is Kim, to control and create a narrative. But then you have Kim, you have the grandmama, you have the aunties, you have the nannies, you have the security and the publicists, like you have all of that, and then it's just Kanye. So I think it's personal for him, and I think that's why he's going so hard on it.
Y'all think him being married to Kim kind of tarnished his legacy a little bit?
No.
It's just a part of the story.
It's a part, just like when we were talking about his albums, each album era has been different, but he's embodied that era so hard to where you would think he can't do nothing else or change into something else. So it's just a part of the timeline in the era. Like, I think it's all a part of, if anything, like he definitely upgraded Kim, but the family reaped too. Like the family ripped those benefits like 1,000%. So he helped them beyond anything. Like he helped them like all the way. And I was looking at her at Fashion Week and I was like, am I being biased? But like, nah, she need Kanye. She needed because she been kind of slow. She been regular.
Kanye just always been kind of like full sin.
I think that's what he did with his, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that's what he did with his name too, when he got invited to that conference. And he said, I want my name to be on the bill as Kanye West. And they were like, Kanye. But everybody just call you Kanye. And he was like, you know what? The next time they just going to shorten it to just Ye.
Yeah.
He said that, like, everything you taking and you trying to use it to bring me down or hold me back or keep me in this box, I'm going to take that. I'm gonna flip it on you, turn it into my own, and make you want that, and put you on my level.
Yep. Like
that's standing up for yourself. And I like my baby, he's only 7 months, but like I talk to him and I always tell him we do affirmations, and I'm like, speak up for yourself and stand up for yourself, because a mentally strong person cannot be broken. Like cannot be broken. And I feel like that's what his mama Donda instilled in him. And that's why he is the way he is. Like, he can say the sky is green, and he can damn near convince people that the sky is green because he believe it. And like, when you believe something, you embody it, and that's just what it is in your world. And I just appreciate that. It's not even about a matter of agreeing or disagreeing with me, because that's just gonna happen. People gonna disagree, people gonna agree. But if you stand on it and you really believe it, I respect that 1,000%.
Yep, that's what mine. I mean, like, look, you got to step and stand up. But I ain't gonna lie, lately I've been telling people, look, man, I ain't really trying to step. I want to stomp. Stepping, you can say, excuse me. Stomping, I know it's intentional. I want to stomp. And that's what I feel like Kanye, the time Kanye on. Like at this point, look,
With them big ass boots.
man, get stumped.
The grand questioning. I'm going off script now. What is your favorite Kanye album? If you have one. I know that's tough. I wanted to ask because I feel like all y'all's list is gonna be different.
Man,
Oh,
I don't want to go first.
man,
If you can't pick one, you could just do like a top 3.
All right, I can do a top. I can do 2. I just don't know which one is one, but I can do 2 for me, and mine is personal. I'm gonna go with 808s. I'm gonna go with 808s. That joint is very personal for me. I was a senior in high school. I was going through a transitional time. That's when I hated everything, everybody. I was just like ready to go to college.
Perfect album for you then.
It was the perfect album for me. When I had the TV where you had like a DVD player on the TV. My friend, he bought me that album, and I played that joint over and over. Whenever my mama made me mad, like I just went in my room and like played that album. Like that was a very personal album for me. And then I'm gonna go with Graduation. I'm gonna go with Graduation because that's when I was like, all right, this it. I'm a fan. I'm a diehard fan, and it ain't no coming back. So yeah.
I see y'all thinking over there.
No, I ain't thinking the College Dropout. I was wearing College Dropout. Like, bro, man, it's so many. You see the work. You just see the work. You see the fit, bro. You feel it.
Now, is that what you picked after watching the documentary, or that's always been? Okay.
Yeah, that's always been. It's always like. So I had a mama, y'all. I had a mama who listened to music. So but College Dropout, bro, just I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The College Dropout was just the College Dropout, and at that time, what was mine? I don't think I was even just 10 yet. You know what I'm saying? So it was. Man, what a time. And if I could, you say give 2 or 3, I'd probably say my next would be probably even I guess the overhyped, you know what I'm saying, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But I ain't gonna lie to you, I remember being at White Station, bro. My mama bought me the album, bro. I had everything with that junk, bro. Like that junk went crazy. And then if I do honorable mention, Watch the Throne. I like Watch the Throne. Like a lot of people be forgetting about Watch the Throne.
Yes.
It's not hard. Like I vividly remember, like man, going crazy to that jam in high school. Like
that's the one that made me think of high school. Watch the Throne. I just got my car.
Yeah,
that's all I would listen to.
Yeah, Ham was a time to be alive.
Right.
I wanted to be in Odie's video. Like I wish I was.
Yes.
Oh my God! I almost forgot about Odie.
The Maybach with no doors.
I wish I was in.
And they just whipped.
That's the first time I think we all got to see him and Jay-Z really just kind of like
brotherhood.
Like you felt like I don't know, for some reason. I hate the fact that Jay-Z kind of I wouldn't even just say sideline Kanye, but even if he knew Kanye as a person, for him to, you know what I'm saying, do, you know what I'm saying, the blueprint clearly. Mm-hmm. So for him to, you know what I'm saying, just always know Kanye's potential, and even then as a musician to know like that anything is possible. I don't know. I just don't see how that didn't happen earlier or before. Same. But I'm still appreciative for what it was. It's like, man, that was a time to be alive.
I'm gonna pick 3. I'm gonna go. Dang, I slick want to pick like 4. My favorite album changes like every day because people be asking me this question all the time, and it's always a different answer. It's gonna be a different answer today. But I'm gonna go Yeezus. I appreciate Yeezus. I love the disruption, the time in my life when it came out. So I was like, okay, I feel the like industrialism. I feel the change. I feel like the new wave because I still felt like classic Kanye pre-Yeezus. Like this still old Kanye, and I felt that switch. Like, all right, we on some new stuff.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've been on some like this man is different. This man finna switch it up on us. And when that happened, I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Told y'all. So I appreciate Yeezus for that. And Yeezus birthed a lot of new niggas too. I know people say 808s did, but Yeezus, both of them together really helped. When people say they're inspired by Kanye, I feel like they're inspired by 808s and Yeezus, like those type dudes. So I appreciate Yeezus for that. Gotta go College Dropout because that's what my brother put me on. That's just OG Kanye, me in the car, little as hell. Just like, I don't know what this is, but I like it. This hip hop, I like it.
Yeah. My personal favorite Kanye album, I guess I would say like top 3 would definitely, first one would definitely have to be Graduation. Just simply because I like most of those songs a little bit more than I like anything else from his catalogs. And then like I can just vividly remember as a kid watching 106 in Park, seeing the 50 Cent versus Kanye like album throwdown, like so that I think holds like a personal position in my life. Like I'll never forget that. And then like the tracks on there like just stick with you, like Good Morning, Champion, Good Life, Can't Tell Me Nothing. Like these are some of Kanye's greatest songs to me, like still to this day. Like he could drop anything and I still feel like this will be in like top 3. Flashing Lights, like that's definitely like one of my favorite Kanye eras with the little, is that the era with the little shades? And the
line.
The shutter shades.
Yeah, shutter shades.
And definitely My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, because I feel like the production on that album makes it top 3. I can remember first time hearing Nicki Minaj verses on Monster and going crazy because I was a major Nicki Minaj fan at that time. I think All of the Lights is one of the greatest songs of all time. Like,
those features.
Yeah.
Just getting all them in the same room is wild.
I ain't gonna lie, I should have said that though, Jazz. I'm like,
yeah. And I feel like that junk is literally like the soundtrack to any, like just his life, my life, not in a sense of like me experiencing the same things that he experienced, but just when I'm listening to it, it feels like a movie. Like really from Dark Twisted Fantasy to when you hear Nicki Minaj kind of narrate a little bit all the way down to like Blame Game, Soul Paul, like that just sounds like a movie. Like I love it. It sounds like a movie soundtrack.
It flows really well.
Yeah, it definitely flows really well. And I don't really have a third favorite Kanye album, but for my honorable mention, I would probably go 808s. 808s too. Like Shay said. Love 808s.
I can listen to Can't Tell Me Nothing. I relate to that song so much, y'all. It's crazy because it's literally like you cannot, when I get my money right, you can't tell me nothing. That's why you can't tell Kanye nothing. He's a multi-billionaire. And again, law of attraction. He said that. Wait till I get my money right. Then you can't tell me nothing. And that's what it is. It's like I had a dream I buy my way to heaven. When I woke, I spent it on a necklace. Like
peace.
Yeah, like it's just like, oh my God, I feel that so much, especially like in my younger years when I wasn't like really, really good with my money. And like I want this, but then I could just go miss my money off and then be like, I get it right back. Like that's real life. And it's just like, man, that's my song right there. Like when I hear that song, I just be like I don't know, I'd be in another world. That's a favorite of mine, like dead, like for real.
But was Power on that jump too? My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, was Power on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Power on him.
That was it.
Power is beautiful.
Gorgeous. That's my favorite song off there.
I like Gorgeous too.
Well, I can't even remember, but I don't know if it, but I want to say it was Jeezy jump, whatever that Jeezy and Kanye jump, bro. Like, damn, I can't.
So amazing.
So amazing. Amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
That's on 808s, right?
Not even that jump. The other jump.
The Put On remix.
Yes. Bro, that is like, bro, like, so I was a skater and I was a skater. So that's another thing for another time too. Like, a lot of people don't realize, like, Kanye, like, and Virgil, they saw eye to eye with a lot of things because, bro, that culture they were hip to, like, even Murakami, people, man, bro, like, he was just ahead of his time. Skated, like, so much influence with fashion comes from skaters. So when that era, that Kanye era, that all put on, that, bro, like, bro, I still feel like it's some bitches that owe me, bro. Like, he was just going crazy, bro. Like, no lie, bro. Like, bro, that junk go crazy. But if I had,
it like he just came into the studio and started freestyling, like that's how it went,
bro.
It's hard not to like stop. It's hard to walk away from it and not be thinking and feeling like him. Like the level of arrogance, just
yeah.
You like on the shit. You can't tell me shit. Period.